How to get more traffic to your website. Hiya, Adam Payne here with the Video Marketing Insider, and that is going to be the topic of today's tutorial. How to get more traffic to your website and get more people to read your articles and blog posts. Now, I'm sure you know what it's like. You spend ages crafting a great quality blog post, you get it looking brilliant, you publish it, you share it on social media, and then you wonder why so few people click through, because it's a fantastic article. So then you think, well, okay, I'll delve into paid traffic, and you start running some ads on Facebook to try and get some targeted people to click through to your article. And it's either really expensive or so few people actually click through. And there's a little bit of psychology at play here. Sometimes the ad that you are using, it's just boring. Now look at the topic right now, YouTube ad stats for 2021 and beyond. It doesn't get more boring than that. But we can take these boring topics and we can weave stories into our ad copy, and then we can segue into a marketing message to get better results. And we're going to do this by using a few resources, and then we're going to take out two kinds of Facebook ads. We're going to take out an engagement ad first, and there's a reason for that. And then we're going to take out a traffic ad. Now this video, I'll try and keep it as short as possible, but it's probably going to go on, 20, 30 minutes. So, get a pen and paper, get a drink, and I'll see you in a second. Stay tuned. Okay, so here we are over at my Video Marketing Insider website, and I'm going to use this particular blog post to demonstrate this process. Important marketing holidays for 2021. You want to make sure that you choose an article that you like, that you eventually want to get more traffic to through Facebook ads. So what we want to check first is that Facebook pulls up the correct image when we share this article on Facebook. Now, in order for you to double check that before you actually post it, you can use the Facebook Developers tool. And if you come to the debug section, I'll leave a link below, you can basically paste the link in here, hit debug, and it will pull up the image here. If it doesn't pull up the correct image, you're going to want to log into your website and make sure that you have attached the image that you want it to pull up. But in our case, this is completely fine, and the colouring really stands out inside of Facebook's landscape. So we've got that step now. Now, if we go back to the article, we can see that this is about marketing holidays. Now, we need to find a story that is fun, weird, interesting, different, that we can incorporate into our Facebook post and then segue into this article. And that is really going to be the key to our success. Now, of course, some of you may be great at coming up with ideas, but if you're not, I highly recommend a free website called Listverse. So over here, you can see I've done this already, but I'm over here at Listverse. You can click this little magnifying glass and you can type in words that you want to look for. So I typed in weird holidays, and a bunch of things came up, and I clicked on one of these articles. Look, it's old, it's 2009, it's 11 years old, but it's completely fine. And I scrolled down and I found out that March the 3rd is apparently If Pets Had Thumbs Day. Now, I went over to Google and I did a bit of search for this, and apparently in 2021 this is still a thing. So on March the 3rd, this is a real holiday. So I decided to incorporate this into my story. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy that little bit there, copy that. And that will act as our story, and then of course it's related to marketing holidays, so it enables us to segue into people getting through to this article. So we need to make sure that we post correctly on our Facebook page. So I'm going to go to my Facebook fan page, I'm going to come down and I'm just going to paste that little bit of text that I copied in here, and we've just got to play around with this a little bit. If Pets Had Thumbs Day is on March 3rd. Don't you ever wonder what the world would be like if your dog or cat had thumbs? Okay, then probably not. But apparently this is a real holiday. Let me just spell that correctly. Holidays, this is the segue. Holidays are a great way to get ideas for marketing your brand's message. Here is a free calendar for you to use for the rest of the year. And then I'm going to go and grab the URL of the post, which is this one. We'll come back over here, we'll paste it in, it will naturally pull in this message. And then just to highlight this, I'm going to go and use this particular resource, which is called piliapp.com, P-I-L-I-A-P-P.com. Bunch of emojis, it's completely free. You can just click on the emoji and it appears up here. And if you delete it, it deletes it. So we've got one in here, copy, come to our post. We'll place this just before the URL and then we'll have a space. And that is it. If Pets Had Thumbs Day is on March the 3rd, blah, blah. You proofread everything, make sure it's okay. And then we're just going to post this like we would any normal post. We're not going to add a button. We're just going to post this. That's it. That's all we're going to do. Now, if your Facebook fan page is like mine, you probably don't get a ton of organic reach. We're going to rely on Facebook ads. Now, if I'd have just put, check out my free marketing calendar for 2021, that's a bit boring. So the reason that we incorporate these stories is because they're fun, they're interesting, and they stand out. Now, of course, we're going to make sure that only relevant people see this ad. Do that by heading on over to our business manager. So here we are, and this is a very simple walkthrough on how to create one of these campaigns. So I'm going to hit create, and okay, we're going to choose engagement. Now, the purpose of this first ad is purely to get more people to engage with our post. Nothing more. I'm not expecting everybody's going to click through and actually read the article and do something on my website. I just want people to like and hopefully share this as well. So if we come down here, we want to get post engagement. Name our campaign is optional. We should name our campaign. So in this particular case, I'm going to call this Marketing Holidays. And then we're also going to create an ad set with the same name. And we're going to create an ad with the same name. Just nice and simple. So let's hit continue. And then we'll go through and we'll sort this stuff out. So here we are inside of the ad campaign. And we're just going to come down. There's not a whole lot of things that we need to do. Just going to open up a few things. So let's kind of come down. So we want to have a lifetime budget, and I'm just going to go with $40. You could go with $10, you could have $100. It's completely irrelevant. Of course, the more your budget is, the more people that will potentially like and share your post. But we'll just keep it nice and simple for now, and we're going to keep our ads running all the time. So this is pretty much it at the campaign level. So let's hit next. Most of the stuff is going to be done at the ad set level. So this is the date that I'm making this video, March the 1st. So I'm just going to move this forward into the future a little bit. So we'll have this go live at 9 PM. Now we've only got a $40 budget, so we can't have it running for a month. So let's just keep it running for, say, about 3 days. Okay, so we've got that there. Now, I've got Japan here by default because that's where I am, but I don't want to target people in Japan. So I'll just do the usual. I'm going to target the United Kingdom and the United States, and that should give me enough. We can always change this later, but we'll just go with those two things there. Now, we bring that down. I'm not going to keep this as is. I'm going to change this. So I'm going to go with people aged 30 to 54. For me personally, the younger the people are, the less they likely are to convert with my stuff in the future. I know my audience a little bit, so there's that. Now with languages, yep, I definitely want to change that. I want English all. I don't want people that speak Spanish or French or any other languages. For detailed targeting, this is really important. So we want to basically find someone or something that is closely related to our niche. Now this could be a celebrity, it could be a book, it could be a magazine, it could be an author. So as I'm in kind of the marketing niche, I might type in somebody that most people would type in. It could be Gary Vaynerchuk, it could be Tony Robbins, it could be Frank Kern, one of these general things that people always target. But we're gonna go down a little bit. So let's just click in here. And I'm going to just type in a G, and eventually it always doesn't come up the first time, but we want to find Gary Vaynerchuk. So let's put in G-A-R-Y. Okay, yeah, he comes up in there. So we're going to click on this. So now we've got 2.3 million people in the US and the UK that speak English, aged between 30 and 54. But I don't want to just use Gary Vaynerchuk. So I want to narrow my audience. So we want to get people that are pretty full on, because a lot of people will see one of Gary's videos, oh, I like him on Facebook, and never think twice about it. So what they must also do is they must also like Social Media Examiner, which is a very, very popular website in this niche. So if we click on this, that's going to bring it right down, you see, to 33,000 people. Now what we can also do is we can narrow further. I'm not saying you need to narrow further, but you can do this. And you can also target people that are Facebook page admins. So people that actually are admin of a page. So these are people that are real marketers. It goes down to 18,000 people. So we could get rid of Social Media Examiner, and now we've got 820,000 people. So we need to find this kind of, sweet spot. So I'm going to come in here and I will type in, let's type in Tony Robbins. He's a bit bigger than, oops, spelled him correctly. He's a bit bigger than Social Media Examiner. Tony Robbins. Is that going to bring it down? So we've got 310,000. So that's more than enough people. So we've got that. In fact, I could get rid of Tony Robbins. And I could go with James Wedmore. Or let's go with Mary. What's her name? Mary for. That's her. Let's see what that does. 100,000 people. So that's a decent amount of people. We're not going to reach 100,000 people, but that's fairly decent. We're going to come down to manual placements. We're going to turn off Instagram and the audience network. Then we're going to come down and we're going to get rid of in-stream search, in article. We're only going to show on the feeds. So there we've gone down to 50,000 people, which I think is a decent amount. Other things that we want to do, let me just come down here, show more options. Where is it? I always miss stuff there. So we're good to go, I think. I'm just going to double check everything. More options are here. That's what I wanted. Okay, we're going to edit this only when connected to Wi-Fi. So I want to check that. And then for the most part, that's good. So we're going to hit next. So now we're targeting people who like Gary Vaynerchuk, but they also like, Marie Forleo, and they also are a Facebook page. They also are a Facebook page admin, if that's what I remember. See, my memory is going. I've already forgotten what it is. So I'm going to click back and double check that. Yeah, so we're good to go. Let's go back over to our ad now. So that was the ad set level. The ad set level is the targeting. The campaign is the objective. The ad set level is the targeting, and now we have the actual ad, the creative itself. But we don't need to do much about this because we want to use an existing post. So we're going to hit select post. We're going to choose this one here because that was it. We're going to hit continue. It will pull it up here so we can see it. So we can just preview what it looks like. Okay, we've got that. We've got that. Everything else is it. That's all we need to worry about. So we've got that. We're going to hit publish. And now it's publishing three things: the campaign, the ad set, and the ad. And now it's a case of playing the waiting game. We've got a few hours till this ad's going to go live anyway. Of course, it's got to go under the review process. Once this ad is live, we will let it run its course. And then several days later, we'll come back to this ad and then we'll do part 2. So I'll see you then. Okay, so it's not even been a day yet, but I wanted to carry on with this tutorial. So in the first part of this video, I showed you how to take out a page post engagement ad. Now remember, the purpose of these ads is just for engagement. We're not looking for sales or opt-ins or any of that stuff. We're not even expecting that many people to actually click through to our website. It's purely for social proof, so that later, when we run a different kind of ad to this post, it's got some social proof attached. It's a very similar mindset to YouTube video. You can have two identical videos, and if one video's got 10 views and one video's got 10,000 views, it doesn't mean the video with 10,000 views is better, but it's perceived as being better when people put them side by side, and they're more likely to watch the one with 10,000 views because they think to themselves, well, if 10,000 people have watched it, it must be okay. So it's the same kind of thought process. So if we scroll down, we can see there's been a little bit of engagement. We've got 27 likes and 3 comments. And if we scroll down to some other ones here, we see we've got 57 engagements on this, well, 63 engagements, but 57 people have either given us a thumbs up. We've had a few people that laugh at the message. And if we scroll further on down, we've got 93 likes here and 4 shares. These are ones that didn't have traffic. 82 likes here. So we've got some engagement on some of these posts. Now if I open up the ads manager, and we've got the marketing holidays one up here, which has only just started really. 26 engagements, we're paying 48 cents per engagement. This one here was 40 cents and the most we paid was 51 cents for engagement. But we've got a lifetime budget of $40, and in many cases we didn't actually spend the lifetime budget because we probably should have run the ad for a little bit longer. But it is what it is. So now that we know that these particular posts that are finished have got some social proof on them, we can pick one to run a different kind of ad, which is part 2. So I could go for this one, this choosing a niche for video. So again, I do want to emphasize that these people that engaged, they don't all click through. Just because people like a post doesn't mean they've actually clicked through and they've read it. Now I want to focus on more important stuff. I want Facebook to send people to this particular article. So we're going to come up here and we're going to hit create. And we're going to do a new campaign, but this time we're going to choose traffic. Now if we hover over traffic, send people to a destination, for example like a website. Now traffic campaigns can be a little bit hit and miss. I think if you're running an e-com store or you're sending people straight to a page which has something for sale, they don't always convert the best. But we want to get people to our content, to consume our content for more branding, and of course on that particular page there are going to be links inside of the article that they can click on to opt in, to buy stuff or to read more content. So we're going to click on this. We are going to name our campaign. So I'm going to name our campaign traffic and I'm going to call this emu niche. And if we go back here, that is because what the post is about and what the actual article is about. We'll leave that there. I'll actually copy and paste this and put it there, and I'll put it there as well, and then we'll hit continue, and then we'll just go through the process. It's going to be very similar but slightly different. So we're going to come down here and we are going to put this up, switch this to on. We are going to have, now for this particular case we can go with a daily budget or a lifetime budget. I'm going to go with lifetime, but you know, you can go with a daily budget, you just keep an eye on things. So we'll go with a $40 lifetime budget there. We'll leave our ads running all the time. So that's pretty much done and dusted there. We're going to hit next. Again, the ad set is where we do most of our stuff. We're going to send people to a website. Okay, now we are going to get this to go live tonight, and I'm going to give this a little bit longer, so we'll give it a week. That'll give a little bit more time. Now when it comes to the audience, okay, we're going to basically do similar stuff that we did earlier on in this particular video. So first of all, we're going to choose our location. So I'll go with the main two that I always check, the UK and the United States. So let's just plonk those two in there. We'll come down here. Again, we'll play around with the age groups. I'm going to go with maybe, let's say 35 to, in this case I'll go a little bit older, to 60. Again, the younger generation don't generally convert with my stuff. I'm not going to worry about gender. Languages, before I forget, I want to always choose English. I'm going to choose English all. Now when it comes to this, we're going to use the same process. We're going to choose something related to our niche. It can be a celebrity, a book, a website, one of those kind of things, or even a brand or a company, and then we're going to narrow down. So for example, let me choose Lewis. One second again. Always have this. I don't know if this is just my Facebook or I've got to basically start typing in the letter a few times before it decides to pull things up. There we go, Lewis House. Let's see if we can find this guy. So we've got this guy. So right now we've got 400,000 people. So we just click outside. We want to narrow the audience. So they must also like Tony Robbins. Okay, so that's going to bring it down to 210. We can click outside again. We can narrow further, and we could choose something like, now Gary Vaynerchuk may not be a good thing because I know he's not got the best, but let's check. Cool, so they've got to like Gary Vaynerchuk. If they like Lewis Howes, Tony Robbins and Gary Vaynerchuk, you know, yes, they're kind of generic, kind of well-known names, gurus, celebrities, what you want to call them in the marketing niche. We can also go even hardcore, narrow further, and let's see if we can add a company in there. I don't think Aweber is actually inside of this. Is get response. If that may not be, no, let's try ClickFunnels. Let's see if that's in there. Click. Nope. ClickBank. Okay, ClickBank. Now that could be pretty full on. Let's click on ClickBank and see how this much goes down. 3,000. Yeah, it's a little bit too much. So we want to, again, it's just kind of playing around with this. Let me try something else. Let's do the old favourite, Social Media Examiner. Let's see if that does anything. 130,000 to 7,000 people. Okay, I'm just going to get rid of that and leave it at that. So we'll leave it at that. We'll come back down here. We want to do the manual placements again. So I'm going to get rid of the audience network, Messenger and Instagram. That's going to bring this down as well, actually. Let's see what Instagram does with that. 130. See, it brings it right down, doesn't it? But that's totally cool. I want to get rid of in-article and in-stream. No, I don't want stories. Search, we get rid of it in search. We just got it in the feeds, basically. I also want to go with the whole Wi-Fi thing, only when connected to Wi-Fi. So we've got 60,000 people right now. Let me just double check everything. I think we're going to be good to go. So let's click on next. Okay, so we've got the ad name, the Facebook page. Okay, and we are going to use an existing post. We're going to select the post. We're going to find the emu one. So we're going to come down this one here. So we're going to click on this one. We're going to hit continue. Let me just see there. Facebook right column. I'm going to come back in and double check that I've not done anything there. Okay, so that's pretty much all we got to do with that. I want to come back here and just check my placements. Okay, you can see I'm doing this live. Let me come down here. Okay, well that is what it is. Okay, so we're going to come back over to the ad, just double check things. We're going to be sending basically people to this post, but now this post has its engagement already. So when people are seeing this post, Facebook is going out and it's finding people that are most likely to actually click and go through to our site, people that fit our profile with a specific gender, geographic location and interest profile. And when they're seeing this post, it's not a post that's got no validation, no proof. It already sees a bunch of likes and a few comments and shares, which encourages more clicks. And now we've got to do is hit publish and we're good to go. And we've got to wait for the ad to be approved, and then we'll get better results with our traffic campaigns doing it this way than if we were just to send a random ad to that particular post without a story and without having any engagement on it. And I think that's what a lot of people do. They've got a great article, so they share it on their Facebook page. They just put something generic, want to learn how to find a great niche, then check out my fantastic article. It might be a fantastic article, but that copy's boring and no one else has liked it or clicked on it. It's a dead post right now. So doing it this way, you spend a little bit of money, but you definitely get better results. And as you saw at the start of this video, people were sharing those articles a lot more because we're sending more people to the articles from social media. They're then sharing the article to their Twitter, to their Pinterest, whatever it might be. And it snowballs from there. So I hope you found this video useful. I know it went on a little bit long. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, leave any questions and comments below, and I'll see you in another video. Take care. Thank you for watching. If you've got any questions or you need more clarification, go and watch the video once more. Over on the right hand side, we have some more trainings and reviews, so go and watch those as well. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already, and hit the bell notification. Other than that, ask any questions you've got below, and I'll see you soon.